Hello?
Hello! So the thing didn't. I counted down, and the screen didn't change.
Oh.
That's an urge.
That was the pause for everybody here, like for our cast members. It's like the screen's not changing, but I unmuted everyone at the same time. But hello, welcome on in. We are. Hi. Yeah, we're doing RuneQuest for the very first time, and RuneQuest is very different from what we're used to. I'm really interested in the system. I've been like everything I've read about the system is really this is so cool, and having a break from a couple of our normal games at the moment, it's like why not do this? And so we are. So this is the RuneQuest, a rough landing from the starter set, which is really cool. Everybody had the solo quest adventure as their homework over the week, and how did that all go?
Went great.
Yeah, says the only person that didn't do it.
That's why it went great. They actually didn't
went
die.
great.
So I did the solo quest myself. The solo quest is a really interesting system. It's like a choose your own adventure where you have character sheet, you have a dice, and you scratch pad taking notes. And the idea is you have battle. What is it? It's about battle results essentially. And
How much you influence the battle.
yeah, how much your character influenced the battle overall, and how like good the battle went, and like it can get to what it can get really low, it can get really high. My character
really
got
low.
2 and got headshot by an arrow in the first volley of arrows, and died on the battlefield. Gone, done. Mine was short. We'll go up from there. Will, how's yours?
Oh, yes, my battle rating was 7. And I got past the first volley of arrows, and then I got crit by someone charging at me. It was like 40 damage or something, and I was like, oh, am I dead? And it says I was.
We'll go back down. Dale, how was yours?
I got -17. I got past the first. I got injured in the first,
Volley of
arrows. Got myself healed a little bit. Went back out. Snuck around a little bit. Got caught sneaking around a little bit. Failed my dodge roll. Got knocked out. So.
And then we'll go to the opposite end. MLP.
I got 50.
Which
I
is
actually
pretty
was
much
able to
max.
finish. Yeah, I pretty much did everything correct, including riding Momo, casting ability on it. I was able to rush forward. I did pretty much everything, and yeah, it was definitely interesting.
Yeah. Highly recommend checking it out yourself. We're going to look at the first of the 3 adventures, or 4 adventures if you include the solo quest. We're looking at the first one today. It's probably going to go 2 weeks. We're going to take it a bit slow. We are learning the system. We're all pretty much new to the system. I've played some BRP before, basic role-playing. MrLiveProducer is also versed in like the Call of Cthulhu side of it as well, but this is still its own variation of that. And I don't think anyone else here has got even any experience with the BRP. No?
Played a little bit of Call of Cthulhu that one time.
Yeah.
I've played a teeny bit of Cthulhu, and then you used RuneQuest as the base for the year end, but that's about it.
Yeah. So RuneQuest is again very different, and I'm having to do this very differently because I'm having to read off PDFs, which is very not what I'm used to. But we do what we do, and I've just got to find out where I've got my pages. That's the wrong one. That's the rules. That's the adventure. There we go. I've got my adventure up. Oh, yay! So if you're not familiar with RuneQuest, RuneQuest is the Bronze Age. It is not your normal fantasy age. So in saying that, let's go through our characters. MrLiveProducer, what's your character?
Are you muted?
Well, let me bring up my character sheet. I am playing Margot the Fierce, son of Barossus. Borosus. Borosus? It's sus. 21-year-old mercenary soldier from Wilmuk in Sartar.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty much the barbarian of the group. Yeah.
So you're actually
Gee.
in Sartre at the moment.
Yeah.
Emi?
I am playing. I'm Yannoy.
You probably should have figured this out before we started.
I thought I had it, but
There's
then
14
I
pre-made characters to choose from. There's the most I've
And
ever
how
seen
long-
in a starter set on beginner
And how
box.
long did it take you to put in 4?
Yeah, I know. That's why I only put in 4. And our players chose these characters.
Yeah.
So you chose the one with this name.
Yeah. I'm Yanois. I'm Venera's daughter. I'm 23, an apprentice priestess of Arenalda, the Earth goddess.
Yep.
I'm kind of like the like a mage, sort of like healer of the group.
Not really the frontline combatant like Margot the Fierce, the hero. No, you're a little bit further back, but you've got a lot of oratory as well.
Yeah.
Argo of the bad rolls.
We'll see about that. Will?
Oh, yes. I am Dazarim of the Sable Riders of Prax, and I am proud to be a descendant of the great bandit king Patyan, a legend among my people. Greatness is in my lineage. My mother was the bandit chieftain Laram, and she taught me more about riding and desert survival than you will ever learn. I am as at home atop my mount as I am on the ground, and I can ride like the wind. But I'm also 21.
Okay.
Yes.
That was more than I expected, but totally cool. I love it. And lastly, Del.
Hello. I'm Neri's Rune Painter, an artist from the Necropolis. And so I'm an accomplished tattooist, an acolyte of Urmal the Trickster, and maybe a little bit of a shape changer. I might not be the best in combat, but I can sure get out of the way when I need to.
I will say if there's any character here, any of the premates here which have they, them as a pronoun, I would say
It's
Neris.
Neris, yeah.
Yeah.
Neris does not use gendered pronouns, though they do have, as one of their spells, change or become other sex. So I
Yes.
think they're very, very fluid. They can be what they want.
That's what I mean. Like the change
Yeah.
sex gender is that's very much they can be either and all, and they're quite comfortable with that. So a few weeks ago, the battle of I keep on calling it Daggerford, but it's not. It's Dangerford, where you're all there at the battle doing whatever roles which best suits you. I'm sure a couple of you might have been in the front lines, others in the tents healing, and maybe even looting. I've got no idea. So it's taken you about a week of rest and healing to recover from the injuries. The Lunar Army has been driven off, at least for now. You decide to pull back from the front lines to Johnstown. After about a week's journey, you arrive at Johnstown. You still have bandages on, which need to be... Like, you're healed up fully, but it's about time to take the bandages off and get a nice, clean night's rest. The year is 1625. It is dark season on Freeze Day in the movement of the week. Dark season is winter. You've arrived at Jonestown, a rugged city in the heartland of Sartre. A countryside that still bears the scars of war, only just beginning to slow the process of recovery. The Battle of Dangerford, where the self-proclaimed Prince of Sartre, Kellier Starbrow, drove off the Lunar Empire and took place only a season ago. Jonestown saw plenty of fighting on both outside and inside its walls, is now an unruly place of mercenaries who fought on either side of the conflict, roam the streets looking for work or trouble, and the city's leadership, its ring, try to keep the peace. Together, you approach the north gate just before dusk, before the city itself is closed. So dusk is nearly over. The crescent moon of the bright red Dusk is nearly over, and the crescent moon is bright and red. Okay, so it's just on dusk, and like the moon is starting to come up. So just weirded me out then. A young gate guard with his steer pointed into the ground, and the non-pointy end is up in the air. It doesn't look anything more than maybe 14 or 15. You see acne. You see like just the start of wisps of like a little bit of facial hair. His helmet is very loose on his head, nowhere near close to fitting. His armor just seems like haphazardly put together, not strapped in where it needs to be. It's like, who are you? Are you going to cause trouble in our city?
Move aside, boy. I have no time for you. I'm just gonna walk past.
You're not Lunas. Everybody's afraid of the Lunas attacking, of a counterattack.
We are not Lunas. Confusing us with the Lunas is an insult. We are not here to cause trouble. We are here to make sure everything is fine.
Yeah, don't worry. We won't cause any trouble at all.
Well,
no, not the slightest amount.
If just keep the peace, and the city's pretty full with like all the refugees coming through. You might still be able to find a place to stay here or there. You might need to head to the night market. They should be packing up now, but there's a few inns around there which might be able to help you out. Just please don't cause trouble in the city. We're very high. We've got a lot of highly trained guards that'll take care of any trouble that comes along. And you almost hear his voice break as he says that.
We have highly trained guards.
You can do it so much better than me.
Of course, we won't cause any trouble. You're doing great.
Wouldn't dream of it.
Scared.
Yes, if I cause trouble, you'll be the first one I'll call.
Well, let's see if I can do it this way.
So just is that better? So just, like if you just head down Butcher Street, you can find maybe the Bull and Ram or the Black Annex. Perhaps those inns might be able to find a quiet place for you to, and you might be able to get a hot bath and maybe some food and.
Thank you. Let me just walk in.
Sorry about that.
Oh.
Just playing with the pitch.
Thank you for your help. Keep up the good work.
And he points with this spear, but like the spear head is awfully dangerously close to him as he points with the blunt end of the spear down Butcher Street.
Oh.
Urge to tap spear rising.
Oh, before we leave, have you seen any other riders of Prax roaming around? Are there any refugees from my clan or my tribe?
There's the city is full of refugees. They could be.
Do you have anyone that have sables like mine? And I bring up my little goat, or my antelope. Any sables like mine? Come on.
Have a good night.
Whatever. All right.
I was going to say, can I roll an observation check to see if he pissed his pants?
Roll a
Let's just get a
scan.
move on.
Yep.
First roll of the game.
Remember,
The
lower
first
is
roll of the
better.
game, just-
Lower is
Yes.
better
Yes.
in the system.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Meat still beats, but lower is better. Yes. It is hard to come
Yep.
out with a lot of system switch.
Oh, just over. That's unfortunate.
Just over. Still.
I didn't have that come up. Let's see what's going on there. Oh, there it is.
47 over 45.
Okay,
Can I
47 over
spend
45.
luck?
Well, we don't have luck. But
I know. I can make a passion.
if
for
anyone
it, but-
wants to donate, they can spend luck.
Does anyone want to
Now
donate
keep-
to see if the kid?
So we do have the system set up as a. There is no luck in RuneQuest. There's no system for luck in RuneQuest, but I still have the overlay set up to have the same system as Call Cthulhu, where you can donate and the players will get 1d6 luck. And I would say 1d6 for everybody for each donation, because it's a small game and it's not really meant to have it. But let's just have some fun with it. So you just miss out and you fail to scan it. He does seem a bit young to be a guard, though. Like that's certainly a thing.
I was a god when I was 9. He's too old for the job, actually.
As we walk away, I just pat the kid on the head and say, "Good
His
kid."
helmet shifts and then drops over to his face with the slightest touch.
I just keep on walking.
So, and he's trying to fiddle to get how to balance back on his head.
Keep up the good work.
Thank you. And he then notices his spear and quickly turns it around and puts it back. So the spearhead's actually upwards now.
You're so genuine, dear.
Well, we've traveled together for some time now, and I'd like to end this relationship with everyone here. Once I find my tribe, of course, I hope all of us, well, we'll never see each other again, obviously. It's been a bit of a ride, you know, getting to know you, and you, and you. I'm sorry, I forgot all of your names, so. The biggest thing is that I'll be heading over to the Bull and Ram, named after the White Bull itself. Most likely the meeting place for my other fellow Praxians. Farewell! And I'm going to walk forward and just kind of look around for a second. And then
Well-
return back around. Did you remember where he actually where he pointed where the Bull and Ram was?
This way.
Oh, perfect. Can you lead me there? Then we'll part ways there.
As you walk down Butcher Street, it's a wide one of the entrance one of the main causeways of the city. You see that there's a lot of the city has certainly had conflict. You can see damage to buildings. You can see that there's a lot of there's carts with what seems to be loot or just rubbish that has been taken from burnt down houses in the countryside, and just whatever people can get together. You see that there's beggars that on the sides of the streets that are afraid to even make eye contact. They have their little pens out, but it doesn't seem like a super welcoming location right now. The doors are shut, the windows are shuttered to the buildings. There's signs of life inside, but everything and everyone seems to be a bit hesitant and just downtrodden. At the moment, there's a light rain, almost a mist that is starting to come over. It's not enough to need a hood, but it certainly means that sleeping out outside would be not an ideal, especially in the cold winter nights. Or dark season nights, I should say. It wouldn't be comfortable at all. As you approach the North Market, the Butcher Street opens up into not a huge area, but it's just it's a small area about where there's a lot of market stalls which in this time of night would be packing up, but they're not, like, they're a bit more concerned as you hear a grunt further on the other side of the market and a smash of a cart being overturned. A scream of a local, and you see some of the locals they're trying to quickly just move their carts a little bit out the way, and over the carts and over the little tents that have been erected, you see black-skinned beasts, 8 foot tall, monstrous. They have what looks to be like dark armor on them, like not even like bronze, or like it looks like it's lead. They're hideous in their look. You recognize them as dark trolls.
Troublemakers.
Come,
Oh,
Savara,
great.
let us ride into battle. And I'm gonna jump on my sable and I'm gonna charge in.
Did they really just do that?
They did.
Okay, so as you jump on your sable and you ride through the market, and you essentially have to ride over a few things because there's some carts that are overturned. Can I have a ride check from you, please?
Of course, of course. Let me just open my skills and let me just roll my ride.
This could be a very, very short adventure. I'm not putting
it's
in
a
another
very-
character
it's a-
sheet if your character dies.
It's a very good adventure. What do you mean?
Yeah, that's a
Dazarim-
special.
Dazarim is not like my other characters. I rolled low, so it's good. The system is perfect for me.
That
I didn't come to a mind.
it's 4.
It's a
4 over 60, so
Oh.
it's a special.
The special is okay. So as you dive over one of the carts, like leap over one of the carts, and you see like what you catch before it, it gets in your way, is an ogre, a dark troll, falling over onto the cart in front of you. A cart full of chickens. And chickens just burst out everywhere and start flapping away in their panic. He grabs up one and then eats it whole. And as you leap over the body of this dark troll, it burps in surprise and just feathers just come out of its mouth. Yes, Amy?
I'd like to start like calling out and trying to like show people like come on, let's get out of the like try and control the crowd a little bit maybe to try and get them out of the way.
You can try to do an oratory. Probably do a scan first.
Just to scan
Second row along under perception.
percept. Oh, I see. Okay, so roll that.
And of course, if you pass, so that's a 57 out of 30. So it's a fail. You can still do an oratory, but I might give you a penalty to that.
What is oratory?
Oratory in communication.
Okay. Yeah, I mean,
Do you mean orate?
All right. So
I've got pretty good orate, so
it's about talking about, yeah.
Persuasion,
It's
essentially.
Yeah.
it's actually speaking in public too, but
yeah,
also
I've
using
got
its
pretty
persuasion.
good orate, so I'm gonna
You are the talker of the group.
yeah.
And you still fail with that.
Wow! Oh
with,
no!
with an 85 out of 60, as well as a penalty for not noticing that the people are more concerned about protecting their goods than running away from their goods.
It's too much chaos.
They
going
don't have
on.
much after the war, and what they have is being destroyed. So they're more trying to protect their goods, and it's like, please help us! Like they're going to destroy our livelihood. We don't have much left. Can someone please help?
There's too much.
Oh,
Going round
help,
for her
help.
to-
Quick, call the city guards. Whatever will they do?
Someone please call the guards. Wait, you've got a sword? You can do it. Like, you protect us.
Was there a
Del?
please in there?
No, there wasn't. Del, is that you're giggling there? What? What is Nerys doing?
Giggling.
Giggling.
Well, giggling at what Margot's doing. Oh no, whatever will we do?
Yeah, they're laughing at Margot.
Okay, you're laughing at Margaret. Okay. Sorry, Will. I'm using your sheet as a reference to see
it's
see
all
what
good,
skills
yeah.
might be appropriate.
I know, yeah, I'm looking.
Your
My
sheet's the only one
changing
I've got
real
up.
time. It's okay. I already declared what I'm going to do, so it's really
So
fine.
what? Yeah, I know. We're trying to
Yeah.
share the spotlight here.
I will get out my
Yeah.
rapier.
Yeah,
but
no. I'm just saying that you can use my sheet because I'm just.
else you're
Back in
gonna
a
get
sec.
yourself killed.
MLP, what's Margot, the fierce doing? The hero
I don't get paid enough for this.
who said anything about payment.
No one. That's why he doesn't get paid enough for this.
Hero, yes.
Oh no, I am a hero. I must help them. Must protect the weak. Blah de blah de blah. I would unsheath the. What do I have? I have nice weapons. I will pull out the broadsword and start striding towards them.
Okay, so you pull out broadsword and start striding towards them. We've got the sable being run through the places. We've got the broadsword being. Can I get a power check from everybody?
Okay.
Power
Oh
check.
gosh.
So it's
How?
it's just a D100, right?
Yeah. So there's a yeah.
That's
It's a power times 5, I should say.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find.
under characteristics, first page left, under int and above dex on the left hand side.
Oh, perfect. Thank you. And you said ×5.
Yeah.
Just hit the roll and it will do it automatically for
Yeah.
you.
The dice
Oh.
one is the times 5 one. Yep.
Oh, okay.
My sheet's not open. Can you just roll it for me? I can't open my.
Okay, I'll roll it for you.
Yeah, I'm going to refresh. Yeah.
Emmy, can I get a power times 5 roll, please? On the
Yep,
front
wait.
page, power, just the dice that sits next to power
Yep.
is the
What's
times
this
5
for?
one. Well, you don't know.
We'll find out soon.
Oh, there was a
succeed
power
by little
times
tiny bit.
5.
Yep.
Mhm.
Just roll the
I see
normal
it.
die.
I see it.
Yeah. Okay,
Hey!
so who got the lowest? Or who failed the most, I should say.
Who
So-
failed the most?
So it's who got the
Who-
highest in this.
Who got the highest is Will.
It's me.
Ooh, that's not going to compare well. So well, as you're moving towards, like you've leapt over the troll that's burping feathers. You look back and you see Margot pull out a blade and start nonchalantly going, I don't get paid enough for this. Moving in towards the battle itself. You get. Can I get a strength check, please? Either from you or from your sable.
Currently on the Sable, so I'd say the Sable strength
Mm-hmm.
check would be better. Okay.
I'll actually ask for probably both because there could be 2 effects here.
Okay. I don't know how to roll it for the Sable. Is it multiplied by 5?
Yeah.
Or... Okay. I'll just roll it for myself first. It's me, and then
Good.
I'll just like modify it for just a second, and then roll it for the Sable.
Yep. Okay. So. Okay. So, I've got 29, which gives me 140.
Yeah.
Percent.
The Sable has 20s. Yeah. Jeez.
So we minus 100 off both of those rolls.
Okay.
So how good's your sable?
20. My
Okay.
Sable has 26.
Okay, so it was 26. So let's do it. Yeah, I've got 29.
Okay.
So I'm going to see if I can. Okay, so as you're riding towards and you look back. What you don't expect is from beside you, where you've looked around and it comes from this side, and a large, like, I think Nares is the one that sees it the most, because you're just laughing at the situation.
Not laughing, giggling.
Giggling
It's
at the situation.
much more polite.
You see a 13-foot troll, far larger than the others. Looks like even a different species, because they are different subspecies. A 13-foot troll burst out of an alley going, and yelling something you don't understand. And not even consciously doing it, but just walking through where Dazrum is riding. Dazrum gets flown off his sable into another cart, and the jars just splash, like just crumple and splash, and I'll do a little.
Specifically after Dazarim is thrown off.
Can I get a dodge from Dazrum?
Is it a cart of cabbages?
No. Can I get a dodge from Dazrum?
Specifically after Dazarim is thrown, Nereus will just go, Dazarim, look out!
Afterwards, okay. Dazrum,
Specifically afterwards.
pick a location, a to hit location that hits the cart full of jars of honey first. You'll be taking 2 points of damage to that location, but because you were able to dodge in the air and like maneuver yourself, you can pick the location of where you hit.
Yum!
Sure. I would say that I would use an arm to stop. And since Dazarim he's right-handed, I use my left hand to actually do it.
I would suggest using a location which has armor.
Oh, okay. So
armor absorbs damage.
Okay, so if that's the case, then I go ahead and just stick out my chest and hit it straight.
Okay.
Belly flop.
Or I would, yeah, that would be the best.
Yeah.
Your
your sable also tumbles, but skitters back to its feet far faster than you. Like it only would have just passed the sable. But
I say to Nerys in the background, "Don't worry, Dazrim's land on their feet." Oh.
You've probably seen Dazrim with cat eyes before, so.
So the battle is now joined by another troll, a sixth, far larger troll, who didn't even notice you're there, but is just so large and so so humongous, just ran right through where you were and knocked yourself and the sable to the ground, and you went flying.
Yeah, I just quickly get up again, just get up and just, Savara! And I'll just and then just call over my sable. And then, I'm just getting ready for battle, honestly.
Okay.
That's really what I'm doing.
Let's go back to Orta. Emi?
I have no idea what this is. Just like, oh, okay, I've just seen my friend go flying.
You used the word friend.
We're friends.
What do you mean? We're all friends.
We're friends. Oh boy.
I'll give a better description. The battle was joined by the others are called dark trolls. The battle was joined by a great troll.
Okay.
So I'll give you some information on trolls that you would know. Trolls are not necessarily evil. Trolls don't fight for the Lunar Empire. They actually fight against the evils. They fight against the darkness. Their species was cursed by the dark gods and by the darkness, and so they can't actually even breed properly these days. Like at each generation, they become weaker and weaker. Although the great trolls are the true, still powerful, big force trolls, like almost granted that immunity to being weaker. They call themselves Uz. They're one of the elder races. They often hire themselves out as mercenaries. Like, they keep to themselves, but can hire themselves out as mercenaries. Although they are creatures of darkness. They fight against the darkness because that's their way of fighting back against the curse.
What language? Would I know what language they were speaking?
They're not speaking a language that you have, but trade talk is a universal common language.
Okay, so I'm probably going to yell out and be like, "Why are you attacking?"
Okay, so trade talk being a universal language, have a look at how much trade talk you have, and then rethink of how you want to speak that. We're not going into details. You only have a very small amount. I think about 25 or under 30. So you might want to keep it very basic in how you talk.
I mean, trade talk too, just by the way that it sounds like it's more for, market things.
It's for very basic communication between different societies which don't have the same language.
Yeah.
So you probably need to. So, while you're thinking of that,
I'm trying to figure out.
Neris is giggling, I'm sure.
I basically want I want to try and communicate big, like, what are you doing? Like, why?
Okay. What are you doing, or what are you doing
Why?
is small, simple enough. Do a trade talk.
What are you doing?
Neris, while you're giggling, what else are you doing? Anything at all? Or?
Neris did get out their rapier. I mean, they'll probably help. And I just kind of like to see if I could, in sort of all of this commotion, find some shadows and maybe skitter in there, give myself a chance to scope this out before I go making any rushed decisions.
Okay. So while Yazoth is doing the trade talk, so please, Emi, I was saying while you're doing that, so you can do your roll. I was trying to
roll a trade talk.
Roll a trade talk. You've got to try to communicate it. You don't think that you got past. You don't think you got that through. Do you want to do a scan for me, please?
A scan.
Yeah.
Okay. No.
Okay.
I'm really blind today.
So, MrLiveProducer, can you do a scan as you're moving towards them? Okay, we'll deal with that in a second. So back with Neris. You're trying to find a place to just an alley or something?
Well, just in all of this commotion, Neris would like to kind of slip anywhere that they can unseen to sort of not draw attention to themselves while they're figuring out what exactly they want to do and looking around.
As you start doing that, someone grabs your arm and says, please help it. It looks like another person from the market. Doesn't look like you're going to be able to slink away.
Oh, I will, dear. I have to get behind them first.
But they're over there. We're not going that. And they try to pull you towards them.
Have you ever heard of stabbing someone in the back? And I'm just gonna pat their head.
And they move behind you and start trying to push.
Oh, that's okay. I'm gonna dart to the side then.
You can easily dodge them without any
Yeah.
roll
I was
needed.
gonna say, would that be
No.
It's not that I'm moving away from the action. I'm just like circling.
Trying to flank. Do a battle, please.
Yeah. Oh, do a what?
Battle.
Where I'm trying to find that.
Should be skills, should be...
I know I'm trying.
Yeah.
battle,
I'm trying to
third
find
one
it
under
in
knowledge.
skills.
Yeah.
Knowledge.
Back to
Oh, I'm not great at that.
back to what
Failure.
back to what Margot the Fierce notices. You notice that most of them have big pots which they are drinking out of. The one that
They're drunk.
they are drunk as a skunk, and it takes a lot of alcohol to get a troll drunk.
Oh man, if only I could be as well.
So that's what
Everyone
you notice as you're
knows
moving.
trolls throw the best parties.
Okay. So shall we go back
Is
to
it wrong of me that I want to just say, use Trey talk that says, Luna, outside gate.
Is that what you...
Do you?
I'm going to do it in Trey talk. My Trey talk's horrible, but let's see if it works.
Everybody's phrase talks horrible. I put in these character sheets.
Yeah, I got 25.
But it's not a common thing. Like, it's, you know your own language around 50, 55. But a 20.
Ooh.
Oh, sorry, a critical of 1 out of 25. The closest, like, the closest, like, the closest one to you just stops what they're doing. And it's like, the others still keep on going. And the closest one just stops and says something back. Unfortunately, their trade talk's also pretty bad. Actually worse than yours.
No.
And a 54 is not very good at all. But you get the impression he's trying to express how much. Wow, we're doing counting. So I don't even have a stat for accounting. So you got one attention. Let's go to Dad's from Present Brain. You see one of them stop as you get back on your sable. The big one has picked up a cart, and is moving it out the way. Seems to have seen something in the back. Now you're this close to them, you can see that they all have large plates of lead armor. They have weapons at their back, maces and clubs and things like that. They're not drawn, but
Yeah.
big
So just
dangerous
a-
weapons.
So just a quick question. So these are trolls, right?
These are
and-
these are dark trolls and one great troll.
And these would count as darkness creatures, right?
They would.
Yeah.
Although you do know that they fight against the darkness. So can I get a passion roll for you, please?
Yeah. Passion would be great. Would that be a hate? One of
Well,
the hates?
I'm guessing you know which one I'm talking about. Because you have a hatred of darkness creatures, do you not?
I do not.
Oh.
But I have a chaos. The reason why I'm asking is because I have a chaos of I must challenge all darkness creatures on sight.
Well, you can challenge them, yeah.
Sure, I will challenge
Well,
them.
well, no, that would be a. Can I have an honor roll, please? Wait, no, you have none.
I have no honor. I take out my sword and
Well,
I'm going to ride and I'm going to go and I'm going to slash.
I'll give you this right here. If you take out a sword, they have weapons too. They have not got weapons drawn. If
They're
you
gonna
draw,
murder
they draw.
you.
There's a difference between brawling and using weapons. You're also in a city.
How smart am I? Hold on, what's my intelligence? It's reasonably okay. So I know that.
What I'm saying is
trolls-
your actions are likely to cause character death.
Yes, I know. That's what you're saying. All right,
We're
so
talking.
that's
We're predicting this in the Twitch chat. By the way, if anyone else wants to weigh in, please do.
I hope you had a fifth character inside. You imported a fifth character.
Have fun
Alright,
putting it in.
that's the case
We're
then.
all. We're pretty much all guaranteeing that Dazarim is gonna die.
It's gonna die first.
It's probably true. Fine. In that case, I will look over and see that since they are trolls and since they are armored, but they are also darkness creatures, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna cast some rune magic instead.
Okay. Which rune are you going to cast?
I'm going to cast Sunbright on the big one. Yeah.
I only added that in this morning.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
you cast Sunbright on the great troll, who's currently picking up a cart. The light just shines from it.
You see Dazzler
Does
just
have a
take out
power.
some sand.
Does have a opposed power though.
Oh yeah, I know.
Is she casting it on someone?
Yeah. You see Dazzler just take out some sand from his pouch and just as if it's just like, he's blowing fire out of his mouth. And it just goes all over.
Okay, so power versus power. Okay, that's not good for that person, for her. So roll power times 5. I will roll power times 5, and
80,
So,
yes.
so they failed by 30. You passed by pretty much 30. A bright light, dazzling light, like white light, shines from this great troll, and it drops. It drops the cart on itself, and it falls to the ground. The others around, the one that's not looking at you, looking at for the negotiations of coin, they both shine away from the light, but they laugh at their friend Hungry. They laugh at their big sister, who's just dropped the thing on it, and they pause what they're doing.
Good one, dear.
I got my. I want to take the chance. I want to go, but seeing as they are
Did you cast it on the target?
the big one, yeah, I cast it on her.
Oh, that's gonna be fun.
60-meter radius of light, and they are currently demoralized, which would mean that they will try to retreat if possible. If not, they target attacks at half chance.
Yeah.
So.
But she drops the whole cart on her, and is now prone on the ground underneath the cart. So what else? There's a pause, and then there's silence. Maybe some giggling from Mary's. I don't know. Anything?
I've already acted this turn.
We're not doing turns. We're just trying to share the spotlight so
Yeah.
people.
I was.
Yep, Darius.
I was gonna do something, but that one's kind of stuck under a cot now.
Yeah. You think they could still move the cart? I mean, they picked it up initially, but they're being laughed at by their
Okay.
friends, their drunken friends.
I was just wondering if would these class as an elemental? No.
No, they are dark creatures.
Any other cult?
They're drunk
Even though
dark
darkness
creatures.
is an elemental rune.
Yeah,
Okay.
everything is an elemental rune.
I just no.
Well,
That spell
I was
didn't
thinking
work the way.
specifically of those six.
yes, power rune,
But-
elemental rune. Yes, that's the system.
Sorry, it didn't work the way that I thought it would.
That's okay.
Hmm.
Well,
Can I try and convince? I was just like try and tell them leave city.
You can, you know that Margot got their attention. You can copy the words that Margot said, or you can do your own words.
I might copy what Margot said because that might be easier.
So you're more echoing what Margot said of such and such. You don't know exactly.
Try and say it with more
gusto. I'll give you an oratory if you want to do it that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'll even. Would you like to roll a rune affinity to give you a better chance? Harmony, perhaps.
Sure. How do I do that? Do I click on harmony?
That should roll.
Oh, mods.
There's a chance if it goes wrong you get penalties though. I'll just say that.
Okay, what's press no mods?
No mods that I know of, no.
No.
Okay, so you're only getting -10 instead of.
That's fine.
It's only a -10.
I've still got good.
You still got good oratory.
Yeah.
So you echo. You don't like. You're echoing the same thing. Like I'll give it a pass because you knowing something that's already been said and you've got another person on your side. Like, and you've got two of them that are not laughing and not distracted. Are you doing it on the big one or on the smaller? Or do you want to just roll a d5 and do a random?
I would probably do it on. I feel like the big one's kind of distracted at the moment.
Big one is big distracted. Yep.
Yeah, so I might do it on one of the smaller ones.
Okay, roll a d4.
D4. Oh.
You roll d4 and you get the attention of one of them, and when like it tries to understand the words and it's like hey stop, and grabs another one and pulls them around and like gets their attention, and then says something to them, then gets the other's attention. They're still laughing and giggling and smiling that their friend, but you've got their attention. By the way, 4 was their leader.
Nice. Okay.
There's 5 of them. 1 is the leader. The last one is the leader, which is the 4. So you got their attention. But no one's actually given an amount.
I don't know what I said. I just said words.
No, you just said words.
I kind of like looked at Margot.
Narrows.
They're mercenaries. They want
Basil?
money.
Margot, because Margot's the one that originally talked. I kind of like look at Margot.
Yeah, I'm seeing if I got any money.
Now that we
do.
Don't mind me.
I'm just going to sheath my weapon and is still kind of try and sneakily make my way around back.
Okay. So
Just in case anything starts up again, I want to be on the other side of this.
You just slither around and just keep subtle.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So as like you got their attention, they're trying to communicate. They're trying to talk back. And and you don't really. It's hard to understand what they're saying, and as I said, their trade talk's even worse than your own. Until like one of them says something which seems to, like the words seem to make sense somehow through what they're saying. Something about Kroshnatar, or Crash on Tar, robbed them. Want money.
Do we know who that is?
City pay us to leave if we do more trouble.
Are they shakedown in the city?
And as you say that, another burp comes up and there's feathers fly up from the one that was.
There you go. I supply the sound effects of burping.
And
You know, you've got to respect it.
want
Respect their hustle.
money.
Are there any city guard around?
And at that point, halt!
Is it the baby?
No.
Okay.
Oh,
Is it a different baby?
If you didn't actually enter the fray and you kept on delaying and just watching it, yes, the baby would have turned up. But no, the actual guards turned up. A cadre of guards turn up, about 10 in total. Unlike the person at the front gate, actually, like the person at the front gate, they do not look like capable guards. They are either too young to be guards or way past their time and far should have retired. With the war happening all over the place, all of the competent and people in the right age bracket and skill have gone out to fight the war. Not all of them have come back because they believe that the Lunars will strike back. So there's more amassing elsewhere. So, led by a woman who seems to be in charge. She has a bejeweled, almost beard veil that comes down under her chin. That of the scholars, because all scholars should have a beard. She says, "What's going on? Are you making trouble here? Okay, everyone, let's just..." And they start rounding both yourself up, the trolls up, and they start asking questions about what's happened, of not just yourselves, but also of the other individuals in the market. So, in a quick 10 seconds, Nares, what happened?
Well, the trolls simply started attacking. I was just trying to get around so I could, circle them in, try and
Okay.
help.
Dazram.
The trolls were attacking the city and the citizens. I was trying to save everyone, and I was trying to murder them before they murdered us. And the biggest thing is that they are...
Yanioth?
The trolls, they started attacking, so we were trying to see what was going on and try and stop them. I think they're drunk.
Mago.
drunk trolls trying to convince them to leave the city under threat of possible lunar attack. Hi, how you going?
Okay. I just wanted to give you the time pressure so you didn't have time to create a big story and whatnot.
No, I love it where all of us were just like, I mean, I perfectly met the time. MLP was like, time to spare. Will was like,
Hi, how you
all
going?
the details.
Oversharing.
Hi, how you going?
So they're also interviewing the others around, the people in the market. You see people in the market trying to pack up like what was left, and you see junk, like you see large pots which they've been drinking, more pots which you hadn't seen, like scattered about the place. They'd been here before you got here, and they'd smashed a few of them and picked up more. But you are essentially, you can dismiss that spell, the lights, can't you?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So you dismiss the light spell as well, or you actually asked to, or let's say
Yes.
ordered to, and
Yes, that's better.
and while all this is going on, you asked us to stay here, and all the guards, and some of the merchants as well, and if you wish to help, move over to the cart and start trying to lift it off the great troll who had been pinned. Do you try to assist?
No,
Nope.
that's a lot of effort.
I
Oh,
pick up
whatever.
some. I pick up.
Strong, you see.
I'll be more of support.
I'll give a strength check if they want help.
Okay, you don't need a strength check. It's just more. If you help, you help. If you don't, there's
I just want to roll
enough
strength.
people.
Yep. I just got
I go
one-handed.
around. I go around and be like, oh, you look like I go around to like a random merchant and be like, you look really strong. Can you come help with this, please? And like try and help in that way
Why am I
by getting
getting
other people
vibes?
to do it.
I grab a piece of food from some overturned stall.
Um,
Start eating it.
I'm waiting for you to do a
Sleight of
search for money.
hand, stealth.
No, I'm just taking it. I'm just
You're
then
just
looking
taking
around.
it?
I just
Front of
lean
the
down and
guards?
just take a piece of meat and I just start eating it, just walking.
The guards are here and like this. They're just okay. Sure, we'll deal with that in the court
Looting.
case.
I'm gonna try and help Yanoi with that. I'm just gonna go and like drape my arms over her shoulder and put my chin on her shoulder and go look at the whoever she's trying to charm and go, she's really right. You look very, very strong indeed.
So I'm what? How did I miss that?
We've gone to a very random merchant that looks very strong, and we're trying to convince them to help.
Okay.
Instead of us.
It's our way of helping. is
Yeah.
getting other people to do it.
Persuasion. Yeah.
Can I swing charm?
If I was going to say if either one of you want to roll fertility to augment
No,
it.
I'd rather roll charm.
Oh,
I'm not
okay,
good
so
at
charm.
Where is
Sorry, charm?
fertility?
Fertility's a rune.
It's a rune.
Oh.
The
Yeah.
Because
time-
that's what you. That's what you.
Oh, I'm gonna roll fertility. I have 85.
I have
Now-
15 in that.
Now, normally you're only allowed to like augment a rune once, like in a scene, but for this, absolutely. So
Just
you get
under.
20% on top of your charm that you to roll.
Oh no, never mind.
Oh.
With the two of you, stuff it. Yes, no problem. Like I'll give you another talent on top of that. Yes. This show you. Oh yes. The old man is probably ugly as sin, but big. So. Okay. Doesn't expect that. For like, okay, and goes and helps out. And, sure. And you can roll. No, you didn't pass, so you don't get a tick. But I love the role play. I just totally missed what was happening because I was in other conversation. Love it. So with that going on, the big troll's also pulled up. Rope is brought out, and their arms are bound. Their large weapons are taken off them, and it takes like one person carrying one weapon, like in the two arms, like that, because they're so heavy. They don't even bother taking their armor off, because it's made of lead. And they are taken off and escorted into the city. The lady who seemed to be in charge, the lady with the bejeweled beard. By the way, the bejeweled beard is the scholarly god, the god of scholars. Lancor Mir is the scholar priests. The lady Georgira Latish says, introduce her. My name, I am the city manager, and thank you so much for helping out here. Thank you for not drawing weapons and causing bloodshed in our city. How about we? Have you got rooms in the city yet?
No, we haven't. We were
We
actually going
don't.
to look for somewhere to stay.
It's been tragic. Everywhere we looked has been full.
Well, let's get you set up in the market. Let's get you set up in one of the temples. After the assault of the city, I'm sure we can make room for people that have helped out the city.
How
And it's at that stage.
you.
And it's at that stage you hear "Halt!" and the clanking of armor running down the
Clink, clink,
street.
clink,
as the
Is it the
young
baby?
man arrives on scene, and this time the spearhead is not even on the weapon. He's just got a staff. It's the same staff. It's got like the grip and everything, but the spearhead, he must have hit it somewhere. It's knocked it off. So,
Oh, this was the fine young gentleman that welcomed us to the city. He was incredibly helpful in helping us locate this horrible mess.
she looks up and is like, Fanworth, thank you for volunteering. Can you escort our city saviors to the Farin? Can you escort our city saviors to the local Osiris temple and just make sure they have some rooms for the night and are treated well as guests of the city? I'm sure they'll comply. Says, yes, and salutes, and as again salute, helmet falls down over the face, over the eyes, and then has to pick it back up and like resettle it on his brain. And yes. And what about the animals? And the Jojiro says, it's okay. They have stables. They'll take care of them. Just make sure they safely arrive. And we'll be speaking to, I'm sure the City Rex will be interested in speaking to them in the morning. And you are escorted, unless you have anything else to do or steal from the market.
I'd just like to ask the city chief, have you seen any other riders of Prax? Have there any other refugees come here?
If they have, I'm sorry, but we have a lot of people in the city, and I'm sure that if they were capable warriors, they would not be in the city. They would be off to the front line where there's a semblance of forces in case of a counter-strike. Not that I'm saying that you're not capable warriors. We thank you so much for, and we appreciate what you have done for the city in your short time here already.
The Prax riders are right at the front. Alright, well, I will bid everyone adieu then. And I'm going to...
It's late.
No, dear.
As the rain
We're
starts
guests of the city
a
now.
bit heavier,
At
Think of it
least
this
wait
way,
till morning.
If you're at the back, if everything goes wrong, you'll be at the front.
If everything goes wrong, I will let my people down.
and as I said, I'm sure the City Rex would be appreciating a talk to you tomorrow.
I don't think we have a
That
choice.
wasn't a request. You're a witness to a crime, and there will be a trial. It was not a
I
request.
just put my arm around his shoulder, tap him. Oh, he'll be coming. Don't worry. He's just a little fussy sometimes.
Lay your hands off of me. I will comply this one time, just to make sure, because Savara's hooves are actually a little bit long now. I need to take care of them. But in any case, I will comply for now.
You'll comply with requests from the city while in the city.
Well, we shall see.
We do have walls which protect, and those that do not work with the city are sent out of the walls.
Oh, perfect.
It is
This
dangerous
exactly
out
where I
there.
want to go. I will find a way.
And quite cold.
Deserum,
God.
I think you should.
I said I will comply. I will comply for now. But you have to understand that I cannot leave my family out there. I'm just gonna pivot and just start walking. And then I'm gonna turn around and start like, where are we going again? There?
I'm sorry. This way,
Just lead us to our accommodations.
and starts moving. The young soldier, Farron, starts moving you through the city. You've got the city map, and I can actually pull it up if you. For those watching, I'll just move a few things off the map. So the city of Johnstown is a very vertical city, as Bronze Age cities are. You came through the north gate at the top. The North Market is where the incident happened. You come down further through, it's not in feet, but you come down further Butcher Street along the Great Market. up to the processionary way and up further to the higher city. Bronze Age, just make sure I've got that right. I've got temple is... Oh no, and then you actually, up the top here is the temple at 17 here. So Bronze Age cities are usually built in defense and using the environment to help defend. So city walls, yep, they're great, but they can be smashed down. But if you're built on a cliff, you've got natural defenses. And that's what I really, really love about Bronze Age cities and whatnot. And as you can see, there are holes in the walls, and there's going into night time now. There's not many people out, and that slight rain has just increased to be that you need to start pulling the hoods over, and just like it's uncomfortable and cold. And is it there? I think we'll have a break. Unless you want to roleplay out the whole pampering and the baths and the drinks and the wines and not big celebrations,
I will say,
but you're treated well in a temple.
On our way up, Nerys will just kind of skip ahead a little bit, turn around so that they're walking backwards, and just look at Azurm and go, "You like making trouble, don't you?"
I don't know why you would say that. Considering you, I do not like to make trouble. I would like to just make sure I am where I need to be.
You've
Henceforth,
been
making
far more
trouble.
troublesome than me.
You're
I
not
do
going to
not like
get
to-
where you need to go if you're going to object to what's being said. You need to be smart about it.
Smart. I'd rather not cower like a coward. I want to make sure
Who
that
says
everything
that
is
with no honor?
I have pride. Better than honor. Plus, lying in the shadows and waiting for things to turn out is not my style. I was not taught by that. By my family. In any case, this prison is just another place for me to jump off. I will get out of this chasm somehow.
You're delightful, aren't you?
We ending scene? Just don't know where that scene ends. Can I get an honor roll for Margot, please?
Oh yeah. Open up my sheets.
If this is for an experience tick. This is if you pass, put an experience tick, your honor will increase.
Nice.
Hey.
Because you threw your honor against someone that has 0 honor.
That's not fair. You can't just throw it against me to just level yourself up.
But there's
can't
other
grind.
there's other times where I can use that honor against him to force
Yeah.
him to. If he didn't go into the combat into the marketplace, I would have also made him do an honor roll. And if he passed the honor roll, and he had the choice of losing D6 honor or going into the fight, because it's the honorable thing to do. That's how it comes to and fro. If you get too high in something when it comes to your passions, it can be used against you, and you have to make those choices sometimes. And passions can also be about loved ones or etc.
Yes, I see. But I'm just saying that it's not okay to grind EXP on my 0 honor.
I just love
know
how
what? It's totally okay to grind XP on my 0 honor, though.
I just love how Noith and Nerys just very quickly both slipped into the flirtatious role.
It really was. This is a bang straight in. Yeah. So
I saw High Charm and I was like, all right,
Yep,
we're going
same.
with this. We're going with this.
and if you're doing charm, fertility is perfect rune to amplify that.
I don't
I've
have
got
any of that.
85 fertility.
I've got 15 in that.
Holy
I am
hell.
full on about
Yeah.
death.
Yeah.
Death,
They're
bro.
taking
They're taking
Death
that
buddies.
in its own way.
85 death on me.
So you are pampered. Like, you haven't got like the VIP experience, but you have warm baths, you have warm wine, warm food, good actual food, not just on the trail, cooked by a campfire. You have warm beds. It is really nice to finally have that after not just being on the road, but also being in the barracks and being like in the front lines for such a long time. Your animals are stabled and they're well taken care of, and you have a very nice relaxing night. Compared to the trolls, who are thrown into an old disused warehouse and given straw, and they sleep off their drunkenness. Which also, if you pulled weapons, that's where you'd have been.
Can we convince the kid to hang out with us?
Oh, the kid on the way.
We need an escort after all.
The kid on the way says, "No, I have to go." Like at the end, he says, "Oh no, I have to go back to the front gate and make sure it's all locked up." I always forget some things with the mechanism, so it's always best to check. But on the way to the location, to the temple, he regales you of his stories of like training and like all the hard things he has to go through, like to try to big note himself to like the heroes.
Can I
who
roll
was that?
defense bullshit?
Who
No,
was
he
that?
really thinks that they are like this is hardness, but he really like no. Who was that?
Who was that asked you to come with us again?
Oh, that's the. Oh God, thank you for bringing that up, Jajira.
Right, the one that sounds like Joe Jire.
The relative of
Yeah.
Giants.
Georgira. She's in charge, but she's not in charge. She's not the city Rex. She's not the city ring.
Didn't she ask you to help us out?
Yes, but the gate might still be unlocked. I have to check it.
Okay, go check it. Go.
I only hope that we don't somehow just lose our minds and get lost in such a large temple.
As a priest walks past, I'm sure there's people here that and doesn't even notice. I'm sure there's people here that could help you out. I have to. Last time I didn't check the gate after I thought I'd locked the gate. I got in so much trouble. That's why I have to check the gate now.
I suppose I will have to brave talking to strangers. It's quite stressful, but if you must.
Charm. And again, if you wish to use fertility,
No.
We just
Why do I keep rolling so high?
so it's not
My
updating till I
charm
click
is
on the thing.
9. It's 82 out of 60.
Do you did you do fertility? So yeah,
No.
nope.
No,
No.
I've got a 15 fertility. I'm not trying that shit.
That's okay. Maybe you could help show us around tomorrow.
Just go, child. Do not shirk your duties.
And runs out the
go.
room.
Nereus just wants to inconvenience everyone as
then-
much as humanly possible.
After you say that and I have a bit of giggle, he runs back in the room, picks up his staff, and then runs back out because he's forgotten his staff.
I think you're missing something.
He seemed nice.
Oh, he was utterly incompetent. I loved it.
It's adorable.
And 15 minutes later, let's now go to our break. I love the role play. Loved it. This is going to be a shorter episode because we started so late, but we'll take a break here. Take care, everybody. We'll be back in about 15. Enjoy the sounds of Silenscape. I will find some, I'm sure, amazing audio for you to listen to in the 10 minutes we have a break. And hopefully enjoying RuneQuest. I know I'm enjoying the role playing that's happening because these are really scummy characters. And Dell just chose the exact same character as Lariel, her previous character in the circus game, and Desmond is also very similar to
I don't know.
Jaya.
There are some definite differences here where I think Lyriel does have some semblance of honor and she doesn't flirt to get her way through everything. But
I also want to point out that MrLiveProducer with Mago is very much Burlock.
A smarter Burlock.
Smarter Burlock,
I think
and Emi's character is scared of dragons.
No, Emi's character's more leafy.
Oh, you do not want to face dragons in this world. Monsters in this world, very different.
If it's anything like Greek dragons, no thank you.
Yeah.
Right, so tune in next week to when the city gets attacked by a dragon.
There
When we
are
get to
3
season
adventures.
2 when we get to season 2 of Legends of Vox Machina.
Have like 100 heads.
We'll be back soon. Stick around.
Okay. Bye.
There we go. There's that big, massive delay with
No.
massive delay
Is that
between.
something? Is that something I need to work on the new forms?
No, I pieced these overlays together in a weird way, and it's like it works. It just there's a delay. I think it's waiting for the stinger. That's what the whole thing is. Anyway, hi. You didn't notice that at all because I'm going to edit it out, and we're just talking crap. So,
Unless you're watching live on Twitch.
but if you're watching live, hi.
Hi.
Don't forget we've got a YouTube which you can follow, subscribe, all our previous stuff. Yay. So, we begin our day in the morning. We go straight back in. Begin our day in the morning. You brought, not by... so, blessed be the peacekeepers. Okay. You brought to the upper city, escorted along the processional way, and through the gates of the upper city. This is after breakfast, early morning. You've had a nice, surprisingly good night from a city which has been gone through so much, and you've had so much time on the road. And you're brought in front of a large, a large column structure which has seen signs of recent fire, and you hear talk of the guards escorting you, talking about the lunar scum. They're going to pay for what they did to the city. You're brought to a hall. You see Jojira Latish standing behind a table. At the table sits another man who everyone behaves differently around. From the badge of office, a gold chain around their neck with gems, clearly in charge. A handful of guards and other folk, scribes and bureaucrats of some sort, stand in attendance. As you walk in and you're ushered to stand over to one side, the doors creak and the frame creaks as the trolls fit themselves in and they're also brought in to this small hall area. Georgia.
I was waiting for that.
At least once.
If you plan to drink a game, drink.
Georgira introduces City Rex, Ongoing Holdfast, appointed to the position by Kalia Starbrow herself. But Kalia Starbrow is the leader of the resistance, the person who was the general of the recent successful fight back against the Lunar Empire. Ongun stands for a moment and says, "So, who are we speaking to today? Is this about the market last night?" Says, "Yes, sire. Did they kill anybody?" And Jajiris doesn't answer that. And he turns to you, "Well?"
No.
There was no death, unfortunately. Could not kill them, could not finish them off.
Well, except
Didn't-
the chicken.
Yeah, there was a dead
Did
chook.
anybody get hurt?
Maybe
Oh.
someone's pride. Looks
Oh,
over. at,
definitely someone's pride.
Was a lot destroyed?
yes.
Oh,
Yes.
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 Yes. Lots and lots of barrels of honey.
So what
That's
did you
crazy.
do?
Here, right?
Dazarim, didn't you get injured?
No. I
No?
was able to quickly maneuver in the air to make sure it hit my chest instead. I'm completely fine. I just want to get out of this interrogation already.
The City Rex then turns to Dazrim. Interrogation. We can make it one if you wish.
Interrogation? Sorry. I meant... No, I meant what I said.
And at that, a latecomer arrives to the hall. A elderly gentleman with a beard. You see, can I get a scan from everybody, please?
Is this the guy that that I flirted with? Please tell me it is.
Please be.
Can I get a scan from everybody?
Oh
gotta click on
man,
the
Oh,
thing
my
too.
scans are really
I
I
bad.
fumbled.
That's a fumble.
I
Okay.
rolled a 99.
So 99 is a fumble. We have a 28, so a pass. We have a failure, and another fumble at 97. Okay. So
Everyone else is debating about honey and
you meet a lot of people in a city. Now, as you think it is that person that you flirted with, you do think it is that person that you flirted with. Who's
To be
the other
fair,
fumble?
faces mean nothing to me.
Oh, and that's also
Dazarim.
Yanoth. Wait, no, Yanoth
No,
failed.
it's
Dazarim,
Dazarim
okay.
that fumbled.
As in fumbled.
Dazrim, who would you think that it would be?
Where?
No, where have you met this person before?
Who do I think it would be?
Where have you met this person
Oh.
before?
This person? Oh, are they young or are they old?
Old.
They're old.
They're old? Oh, okay. I will probably
Was it the
say
owner of the cabbage cart? Or say the honey cart?
Mm,
Suggestion from MrLiveProducer in chat.
And
I would say-
Emmy, not in chat.
Yeah.
oh, this is one of the merchants that pissed their pants. Of course. I
Okay.
recognize them.
So that's who you think it is. For the only person that's passed, Mago the Fierce, you notice that he's got breadcrumbs, like he's got crumbs on his clothing. He's dressed fairly finely, actually, but he seems to be just like rushed and he's got crumbs. You'd say that he's a little bit frustrated for having to rush his breakfast for this little whatever. But the other two, well, you have your own opinions on who he is. So this gentleman comes in. He immediately moves in and bows to the City Rex and shows complete deference. And Josiah says, "You're late. I thought someone that could organise the merchants of the city would be on time. You were told about this with enough. You were told about this last night. You're the one that asked for this trial and demanded that both sides be here. So you should be on time." And again, he shares that deference. You feel that this person has never been in battle. I'll put it that way. He's not a warrior. He's not a scholar. He seems to be a bit almost. You give that initial impression that he gets under your skin. He says, "Have they given testimony yet? Have you convicted them yet, sir?" Says, no. We haven't gone into any details yet. Ah, so I can still cross-examine them. If you must. The gentleman turns to you and says, so, adventurers, or are you deserters from the war? What brings you to our city?
Dare call me a deserter? I don't believe you know where you stand, Piss Pants.
We're just here to help.
The trolls are off to the side. They still don't know what's going on. They don't speak the language. What happened? What was your what happened in the market? Did you stop the carts from being smashed?
We were attempting to negotiate to stop the
So you were attempting. So you didn't negotiate. You just attempted. Is that what you're saying?
I'd say we were pretty successful considering we managed to have a conversation with
and the cart, the chicken cart, the loss of livestock. What about that?
Oh, yes. We've already informed them of the tragic death of the chicken.
It's more than one chicken. Livestock is a vital commodity to our farmers and livestock holders. After the war...
I only saw one dead chicken. Did you see any more dead chickens, Mago?
No.
That is not
If
what the merchants
you
have reported.
I
Oh, the
find
merchant's reportant. I am biting my tongue right now. He said without honor, and I'm going, ooh. I want to lay the smack down this person.
I saw one dead chicken and one soldier covered in honey.
See, they don't. They tell lies, sir. So they are obviously. Have you got something to add? Again, you have.
Oh, I have lots to add. But if I do what I
What?
want to do right now, I'll be convicted
what
of murdering somebody.
Well, honor or military or battle, please.
Okay, let me have a quick look at that. Honor is 60.
Next person. Someone's going.
what have we lied about?
Are you saying that our merchants have falsely reporting the damages? And here, and he pulls out from a satchel bag, just piles of paper papyrus, just filled with writings on it. You can't read them from where you are, but
Okay, you said honor, military, or what?
I would
honor
like
or battle.
I would
Could
like
I
to
see
know
that,
So
please?
honor, passion, honor or battle. Yeah.
I would like to know how those damages can be linked back to us because we didn't do any of the damages.
Perhaps you were in league with them.
In league with the darkness creatures? You are going a bit too far.
37
You're
on
saying
honor
that
roll.
we're in league with Luna Empire. Are you accusing us of treason?
So 37. So for those watching, the dice aren't updating until I click on it because I've got something on top of it. It's just what's happening. So 37 on honor. This man is slimy and has no honor. Like, this man has ulterior motives.
Okay. At what time did the altercation begin at the market? Just rough estimate of time.
At dusk?
Yes. And what time is it now?
The same time that you entered the city. Through...
Same time as
that's
many
not the answer.
entered the city.
That is not the question I'm asking right now.
And
I'm asking. Zzz.
Jojira
It
says...
happened at night time.
Jojira says, I'm sorry, but this is not your turn to ask questions.
I'm just
Joe
asking
Myth-
how they got the actual
Joe Myth
details.
is in
so
charge of
quick.
the markets. He's the warden of the markets, and he is here to ask questions.
Yes, and it's only fair that I get to ask a question of a no-honored slime ball.
Joe Myth has been with the city for many years and he's a
Not our
representative of
turn
the
to
merchants
ask
of the city.
questions. It's not our turn to ask questions yet.
The master of the markets is one of ours. He
Yes.
is one of our family, and thus you do not get to accuse the master of the markets of...
Oh, I'm just asking a perfectly fair and honest question.
So how are you asking how you're doing it, and who is? I know Emi's wanting to say something, probably unless it's confrontational, to try to pull you down. So we'll see if that works first.
I'm merely trying to say that we merely stepped in to try and help the city. We haven't caused any damages. If anything, we prevented them.
Except for the honey cart.
How did we cause the honey cart?
Well, I do believe that someone was thrown into a honey cart.
The one of the orcs threw Dazarin into a honey cart. I don't think that's
you hear a
Dazarin's fault.
Uns, not orc, uns from the other side of the room. From the trolls.
That's what they're called.
Oh, my apologies.
Yes, so by their actions, one of us caused damage to a honey cart.
So who's doing the orate? And did you want to?
I'm trying to cause
Did you want to augment it?
problems.
Yeah.
So I don't know if we're necessarily on the same side here.
Yeah, you're
can
trying
do-
to
we can
cause
do a
problems.
resistance
I'm
roll.
trying to prevent them.
I am doing the opposite of assistance, I think. I'm sorry. I told you
No,
all
you're
I
playing
had
character, which
plans
is
for
great.
this.
Yeah.
No, I'm going to.
We can do a resistance roll if you'd like. As in, you both essentially are presenting a little bit ulterior arguments. One is able to use harmony or truth to maybe set. The other one could use maybe chaos to augment if they wanted.
Yeah,
Or
my
illusion.
only goal here, like, I'm
is
not
deception.
necessarily trying to make them call us guilty. I'm trying to annoy them as much as humanly possible.
I'm gonna try and. I'm gonna do maybe truth.
Yeah.
I've got like a 50-50
so-
here, so.
So if you don't have to, just understand you don't have to.
I know, but it's kind of an important role. So
But
I
also,
kinda
if you
wanna-
miss this, it does become a penalty for the rest of the scene.
Yeah.
I have a 50-50 though.
Exactly, but if
That's
it's
a
a 50-50 of a
50-50.
penalty for the rest of the scene.
You're right. Okay. No, I'm just gonna go straight ornate.
Could I use fast stock here? Would that be what this is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we have a failed fast talk. That's okay.
One!
So as you've got competing arguments happening. Yes, you failed by one. It's okay. It happens.
Using skills that I'm good at and
I-
failing.
So
At this point, I need to just roll skills that I'm bad at and hope that it'll be the reverse.
So how it works out is this: is Yano's trying to use harmony, trying to like just settle things and calm things down, and calming maybe Dazrim and Mago down from the heckles, and you're trying to just
I just keep
pull
bringing
strings.
up the honey cart.
you're just trying to pull up strings, like pull strings here and there, and just
Trying to stir shit.
essentially trying to stir shit. But Yanoth just talks over you just that little bit more, and you don't get your point across. The City Rex, says, I don't need to hear any more. I've heard enough of this. You're still not free to leave. I wish to speak to you, but first we have the Uns to deal with. Does anybody speak their language? and the scholars and scribes are
What language do they speak?
troll. More
Alcohol, basically.
No, but they speak. I've got to bring it up. Trying to do this. They speak Dark Tongue.
Okay. Does anyone raise their hand?
No one. Like you just like
Naries
even
will
the
raise
scribes
their
are like,
hand.
Oh no.
No.
this can go different places. That's for sure. Okay. So, oh boy. You raise your hand, so you'll translate for the.
Sorry, Karsh.
No, I just want to see where this goes. So you're going to, you know, Dark Tongue. You're going to translate for the trolls on their behalf. On their behalf, is that correct?
Oh, yes. I learned when I was, well, just a little bit younger than that guard that led us here.
So, just totally ignore those. Okay. So, can you ask them what they did and why, please?
I'll turn to the trolls. Askuratfush amasusamna karfsotum.
You can't speak Dark Tongue at all, can you?
Correct.
A deception. It's not for them.
that-
It's for those watching.
Yeah,
'Cause
is that fast
they
talk?
have fast talk. You can
Yeah.
you can augment this again if you wish.
Uh,
Illusion
Nah,
is
I'm
essentially
just
deception. He's
okay,
lying.
here, let
the
me
opposite of truth.
check out my illusion. No, my illusion's just 50. Okay, so I'm just gonna try fast talk.
Okay. So did you fail again? Again.
I have a 70 in this. You know what? I'm gonna reopen roll 20. Just give me a second.
That's okay.
It's a random number generator.
So
I know, but still.
you those around start like those in your party can see that like wait, can Naris speak Dark Tongue? That doesn't sound right. I can't remember ever mentioning that.
I'm just.
Do you want to
literally
intervene before we take it the next step before someone else does?
Looking at Naries.
Let's
and
cause
looking
problems.
Looking at how this whole thing is playing out, I'm just gonna just.
I'm gonna get us arrested, guys.
Oh no.
Oh, sorry.
Spent enough time with Naries.
They speak a different variant of Dark Tongue. The one that Nerys doesn't understand, unfortunately.
Okay.
Naries doesn't speak Dark Tongue at all.
Different variant of Dark Tongue?
There's two arguments there. Can I get actually can I get a charisma ×5 from both you to see who overrides which argument overrides and which argument gets said first? So getting 13 is going to be hard to beat.
Hard to beat.
100. It's a fumble.
And you have an 80%. Oh man,
Yes,
you feel
it's
how
a
I
fumble.
feel.
Yeah.
I fumbled
You
twice.
should've-
So this is a fumble to cause trouble. So you don't actually cause trouble, which is a good thing. Maybe.
It's a fumble, but it's a fumble that doesn't
I just
many.
I just literally just mumble it under my breath and just like and just bite my tongue, and then Mago says. what he
Can you
says.
just make a headcanon just accidentally take a step forward to make a step, and then you step on a shard of glass from the honey jars that's stuck in your shoe?
So you try to before it's obvious that the trolls have no idea. Before everyone figures out that, yeah, she's totally lying. And because the trolls are all obvious, like have no idea what's being said. And so you just, it must be a different dialect. And one that's called, I've heard they've different dialects in the it's a local thing. Okay, and perhaps trade talk might be better. And you hear the one of the scholars start asking questions in trade talk.
I just look over to Mago with the most mournful, hurt look in my eyes.
Okay.
And then it just completely vanishes, and I look back and.
If you've got a troublemaker passion, roll that for a.
I don't.
This is kind of the opposite of the honor thing.
I would say disorder for a rune.
I
I'd
don't
have to say
think
it's
that
disorder.
Or disorder.
Well, but I think that he's looking for passion.
Or disorder, because
terms
runes
of-
can also go up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that I have a troublemaker
Yeah.
passion. I think that that's just something that I've been like.
Yeah. Okay.
I hate authority. Or I could do disorder.
Actually, I'd say hate authority because no matter how you played it, these are authoritative people.
Just ignore the rolls.
What do you want me to do? Disorder or hate authority?
Hate authority, I think, is probably most applicable here, because this is the leader of the city.
Of course, I fail that too.
No,
at least it's not going to go down. It's just to see if you
I
get
can't
an
tell
increase.
you
You've failed all your rolls.
how much I want to just take my glass of water and pour it over my computer. I can't do that. That would be a stupid financial move, but by God, am I angry.
Yeah. So they start talking trade talk, and it becomes very apparent that the Uns don't understand. While they may understand, they can't communicate back their side. So the conversation's very one-sided, and the John, like the elderly gentleman who accused you of a lot, is starting to work his magic, so to speak, on the Uns. And it's turning very dark, so to speak, against the Uns.
I'm trying to find
6,
Maybe
5.
maybe
4.
they could work towards helping fix the damages.
Are you speaking up for them?
Yeah.
Okay. Is that what you're trying to say? You're trying to persuade and trying to...
Yeah, I'll try and like persuade my way in. And try and be like, I think maybe they could work towards fixing the damages. A lot of what happened was fairly superficial from what I could tell.
Can you... I'll give you 2... I think... an oratory or a charm or anything you think is relatable to that. And you can use, and if you wish, you could use harmony as a augmentation if you wish to use it. No one else is like...
Just biting my tongue at this point. I mean,
Yeah.
literally and also figuratively. I'm not saying anything because this is just a fun.
I got a success.
I already know.
What do you think, Dazaram?
Dazum's not going to help out the dark creatures.
Azaram's
No.
like, kill them all.
The market manager tries to shut down that idea. Although they should be fined and exiled from the city, and I still think so. You need to find these people that are working with them, and now you get what the point of him being here is.
He wants money.
If he finds
gets
you
money.
both and have both sides in trouble, he gets the money.
Mm-hmm.
And that's his plan. But he is shut down from Jonas. But I'm sure they can help out the city
Yeah.
and And with that, you hear Georgira. Mentions a name to just quietly. So can I get a listen from everybody, please?
Oh, I actually succeeded.
Yep.
Give me the gossip.
I'm not great at this, so watch me succeed.
I don't know how to. Okay.
If you the idea is if you succeed.
I can't cause trouble, but I can just sit back
Where-
and listen.
Oh,
If you
listen's under
succeed,
perception.
you get a tick, and that's how you increase. And when we do the level ups, it's not really a level up, but you then get to roll again. So your high skills are hard to increase, but your low skills increase very easily. That's how the system works. But either way.
No, but I want to cause trouble.
Oh.
I want to be an agent of chaos.
On that like graph of like causes problems to solve problems by accident to on purpose, Nereus is all the way to causes problems on purpose.
The name that was mentioned is and I'll put it in the game chat for you. Hopefully,
I have to pronounce it.
well, yeah. Well, that's not going to work, is it? Oh, that's not going to work. It's not going to work because I've got high. Oh, no, it's not. Karoshnata. Sorry, it's Karoshantar. And
That sounds familiar. Have we heard that before?
You did. They mentioned that name before.
Who did?
The Uns.
The
Right before the city turned up. They said that the Kroshantar robbed them.
Yes,
Oh.
they did.
I do remember something about that. That name, Kroshantar.
Sorry.
Who were they?
Says Joe Gira says. So Georgira says Kroshantar is a minor noble.
Oh, they aren't very happy with them.
Slain in the recent liberation of Johnstown.
Oh,
The
we
Uns
fought
went.
in that
The
battle.
Uns hear the name and go, oh, rob money, give money.
I think Kroshantar did something to the Uns and possibly robbed them. They mentioned something during the fight.
They tried to get an audience yesterday about to try to find Kroshantar, and they didn't seem to accept that he's no longer here in the city.
I turn to the Uns and I again make unintelligible noises as if I'm talking to them.
Okay.
Just pure chaos monster, aren't you? I'm not against this actually, but
Wait, so why isn't he in the city?
He died, dear.
Oh.
okay. Two of the Uns actually. So all those numbers are just like all of their checks for trade talk, because I have to roll that freaking low. Two of them with a 15, which is their trade talk, and a 6. They are able to get the information out, or get the information across, that they were hired to defend the city, and they traveled long distance and no pay.
Ah.
You pay us.
I kind of look over to the important people in the city. Like, what are you going to do about this?
It's very unkind not to pay
They've
for
been-
services rendered.
They've been wronged.
The city Rex is. I cannot. Kroshantar's business is his own, and I cannot. He has no other relatives, and I cannot interfere in the other's business. But
What
seeing
happened to his property?
destroyed, burnt in the attacks. We were under siege for quite some time, and the fighting became on the streets themselves. Do you expect us to... Do you really expect us to house them in what was his manor?
No, but I was just thinking that since it was his business and his manor isn't going to anyone, it would have been made sense to acquire money through the manor. But
Had it not been burned down.
had it not been burnt down. Does he have any other assets that maybe could be used for such a purpose?
Everything was destroyed.
Maybe they could use it as a rage room.
There's no building.
There's this, like, when a building burns, there's a structure still left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So are you suggesting that the city gives them what once was the manor in the city?
No, well, what I'm
For a
suggesting
rage
is
room.
assets are worth
I'm
money
hearing a
and
yes.
they've been owed money.
I'm hearing a yes.
I'm hearing a Neres is suggesting that Yenoith is definitely not.
So we're going opposing charisma rolls here.
What are we rolling?
Charm, fast talk, or just opposing charismas. It's like either way, I don't mind. These two are
What
just
do you want to
horrible.
do? I'll let you
Orate?
pick me. You want to do orate? Do I have to roll the same thing?
No, you don't.
Okay, I'm tempted because I have a very low orate, and apparently when I have low skills, I actually succeed.
Well,
but,
well, you won't.
Here, I'll do charm this time.
That's a,
Oh!
no.
Okay, so we have
Because
a
that's a
pass,
special.
and then we have a special.
Both.
The
They give them both.
the city, the merchant master of the merchants, or the markets, I should say, says, "Sire, you can't be," and in a absolute fury, and just walks out the room at the suggestion that they actually might even give the manor house, what's left of it, to the Uns.
How terribly rude.
And
If you ask me, he should be fine.
Georgia leans in and says something. If you wish to hear a listen well, please. And the city rec says, "Well, I guess it's not being used. The point was there. Margot, you hear something about defense of the city. They don't have soldiers. You saw who was on the front gate, for fuck's sake." And it's like, it's not being used, so communication is going. Lady, can you please translate this for me? And starts to narrate, of course. This is
Oh, not a lady, dear.
yeah. He essentially gets them to swear to the city and to protect the city as property owners of the city.
Do you swear on anything here? Books or something of that nature? We'll just
To the gods.
Okay, perfect. And I again-
Bullshit. This time I need to do a roll, like a roll to try to get a suitable reaction out of them. Because they're expecting a reaction.
Is there someone we can contact about who might speak the right dialect of
It's not common.
Darsung?
Well, there was someone in the city.
Was
Yes. And now they're taking their house.
Yes,
Right.
Karsh.
that makes
You
sense.
would
that
have
makes sense.
had to know the language to hire them. I mean, do you think fast talk would work, or maybe a charm?
You got
I would say
to
maybe trade talk.
whatever you're doing.
Who's good at trade
No,
talk?
trade talk is the one you can't use because trade
Yeah, no,
talk
because
is something
they
other
know
people
trade
won't
talk.
understand.
Yeah.
You're trying to get a reaction, a verbal reaction out of them as an acknowledgement.
I'm just gonna go with fast talk again.
Okay. And fail probably again.
No, I got a special.
With a special,
Thank you.
they seem to. You don't understand. You have no idea what they said. They have no idea what you said. But you get a grunt from them. You get something enough for them all to, for everybody in the room to seem that that's an approval. That's a yes, I swear.
They agreed.
And the Uns are escorted out of the room.
I give them a little wave.
Under a far less aggressive guard attitude, and they're kind of not really knowing what's going on.
Boy.
The city's got some new inhabitants, and I think you guys have just made friends. Somehow.
Did that go completely different direction than you expected?
There's
We
different
made
ways
an
to do it.
enemy too, but powerful
Yeah,
enemy actually.
that's the market
Don't-
person. Come
don't-
on, what
don't
can I
ex-
do?
Yeah, hike all the prices up for you individually.
Oh no, whatever will we do?
Personal tariffs. So that's blessed be the peacemakers. That's that was whole thing that went sideways. But so meeting the Lord Trial. Yep. Okay.
Did we just speed run that segment?
No, I'm just trying to find out where we're up to because I've had to try to up and down. So the city Rex, Olgren says now that is taken care of, we have another matter that we need dealing with for people that are decent with a blade or that's a little bit more open with their skills, and I don't think we should be testing our new friend's skills at this stage because communication does seem to be an issue. That needs to be addressed at some point. But we have a matter which would usually fall under the guardianship of Sarasat Prince Killer, the Hamatki Sword Lord of the Malani tribe, spokesman in Georgetown. Unfortunately, he's at Two Ribbed Fort at the moment, to the northwest, amassing troops to repel a possible lunar return to the area. The matter seems to be small, but still vital, more politically than for any other reason. But again, Prince Killer is not around to actually deal with it, and if you would be able to speak with his representative and see if we could get the matter sorted out. It's actually only a few houses down, a few buildings down from where we are at the moment. You need to speak to Brandgore Brisbane at the Milani Tribal House in the city. He was once a warrior, but he's well beyond his days, his glory days, but still respected. And of course, we can pay you and maybe find you a disused house in the city if need be.
Would be very much appreciated.
Of course, if you would swear to the city, but that would be later. We'll see how you go on this first.
Nares was listening enthusiastically and like nodding along, and then as soon as the word political came up, they completely dropped it and just like
we can offer 20 lunar apiece. Again, it's not something for our militia, but someone who was able to possibly negotiate or find out the depths of what actually is happening.
I have a question. Oh, a couple of
Yes,
questions.
you have been
actually.
quiet for a while.
Yes, well, while that whole thing was playing out, I realized that it did not involve me at all, so... in another case... a couple of questions. Number one, are there any riders of Prax in the city? I've asked many people, and as the city chief, you should be able to know, right?
We are the first line of cities from the front line, so we get a lot of people coming back from the war, a lot of people that are trying to find their feet again. So we have a lot of people in the city. I do not believe we have any in the city at the moment.
There are no Prax.
We have no tribal representative from that tribe.
I'm not
They may
saying
show up?
that there's representatives. I'm asking if there's any refugees.
If there's refugees, they would seek a representative, and if they cannot find a representative, I'm sure that we will hear from them here. So I'm sorry I cannot help you. I do not believe there are any here.
So there are no Prax that have come here yet.
Not yet. But the war is still fresh in many people's minds and many people's hearts.
Yes, we made our way as fast as possible.
And Dark Season is slow in travel.
Exactly. In any case, then, if possible, can you... Well, let me redo this. Let me reintroduce. I am Dazarum Crescentblade, a man under the Praxian tribe of Sable Riders, and I will be the representative for them today. If they are here...
I will ask for a reputation roll.
Oh, shit.
You have no reputation.
No, I do. I have five.
You do?
That's
Oh, incredible.
Give me a 1! Oh, shit. Okay. I am Dazarum Crescentblade, and I am one of the riders of Prax. And I will be the representative, if anything, in order to make sure that... Send them to me, if you can.
Well, perhaps we can get that arranged once you've dealt with this. After all, if you can help us out here, we might be able to find you a place to stay in the city, as well as reward you for your time.
I'd rather have my family safe instead. You said that there's Lunar Empire remnants of some kind? Is that what you're making us do?
Well, we don't know the details of it, but the territory is in the Manali tribal lands, but it's also... There's possible disputed territory, and also we don't know how many people from the Lunar Empire are still out there, how many people that have maybe turned to banditry after being defeated recently, and we don't have many soldiers in the city anymore that would normally have, at least of the quality we would normally have to send out to deal with the lands around this area.
I see. Looking back at the other three, well, it seems I'm stuck with you further. Since I do not have a warband with me, and my brothers are unseen.
Oh no, we are so heart shocked. You have to spend more time with us. Whatever will we do?
I'm delighted.
Me as well.
Who's got the highest reputation?
Not me.
26.
I have
Oh.
a 2.
I have a 14.
I do.
I
Yeah.
should not have been chastising Will about his reputation.
I know. You
I
have
have a 2.
Can I have a reputation from Yanioth?
Causing problems on purpose does not make me well known, which
nope.
I guess is
No.
good.
Okay.
Can I roll as well, just for shiggles?
I guess it makes sense because she
No,
hasn't
it's just-
been
in this
actively
case,
being
the
like,
highest.
oh, I'm Yanni.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Just the highest. And we'll family, passion family, just like the honor thing. Yeah. Because you have been really hammering the family thing, and absolutely.
Family. It's a
Yeah.
special.
So just put a tick to big
Nice.
as this is your role playing along that line, and really role playing the passion that you have for your family, that devotion. So if unless there's any other questions, no.
No, we have war supplies.
Where's the nearest honey merchant? The last one we ran into had their cart a little bit smashed.
Well,
boy.
the master of the merchants just left, it seems. Although, I believe the prices might go up around you for a while. Did not seem pleased.
I'll talk to him. It's fine.
Just a warning. It's not just the North Market that he's in charge of. He's also in charge of the South Market and the Great Market. So,
Oh, so there might
it's
be other
fine.
honey carts there.
I'll talk to him. It's okay.
Georgira says there was something about honey in what needs to be done, but I don't know the full details. You'd need to speak to the tribal representative. They mentioned something about honey. I don't know much.
Okay, so we need to go talk to these other.
It's gonna
people.
move on then. If we're gonna do
move
this
on
thing,
then.
we've got to do it.
We need to go talk to
How much
this-
time do you have left, Emi?
Me?
Yeah.
It's 12 now. I've still got ages.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure because wasn't going to go fully huge full hour or
Yeah.
anything. I just didn't want because we started so late because I was still getting this
Yeah.
prepared.
But I would appreciate some time to make myself some lunch.
Yeah,
as well.
so
yeah.
half hour
Yeah,
Yeah.
and make it
yeah,
a 3 hour.
that's- Yeah.
Cool.
half hour is good for me too. Just I gotta sleep at some point. Work.
Sleeping's good. So the Malani tribal house is not that far down the street. It's still in the upper district. The tribal house, outside the tribal house, is a large bronze statue of a huge boar, the symbol of the tribe. Knocking at the door, gets an answer from an elderly fellow with a melodious voice, which I cannot represent. I'm sorry.
Quick question: is the a boar, not a bull? Okay, never mind.
Boar.
A boar. Okay.
Mhm.
This
Huge
bores
boar.
me.
Anyway, so an elderly warrior opens the dates to the tribal houses. Oh, please welcome in. You're not with the tribe, but we welcome all newcomers. Is there anything we can help you with? You can see that he is well past his prime, but you can see that he's got scars and he's certainly battle hardened. He's got a little bit of a limp. His shoulder doesn't seem to be as fluid as it should be. He's certainly not as good as what he was once, but the Lord Sarasip is currently away, but is there anything I can help you with?
Well, we'd actually heard about that. We were sent by Jogeria to kind of help out in his absence.
Ah, yeah, so you're sending adventurers. That's...
Not adventurers, we are soldiers.
Well, I used to be a
He's a
soldier. I always
soldier.
dreamed of being an adventurer. Soldier just gets you two things: scars and a short life. I only got one of them. I was very thankful. Adventurer gets you scars, short life, fame, and money. So,
Nothing that matters.
money can get you other things too.
Don't worry
Yeah,
about
like
him.
jars
He
of
can be
honey.
very grumpy.
He got up on the wrong side of the cart this morning.
Yeah, you justify for me? You do not need to justify for anything?
That's excellent. Oh, I want to steal that.
Well, no stealing around here. This is Prince Killer's property. No stealing here.
Of course.
But yeah, we have some one of our properties is we expected some of our citizens to be at market. They're there pretty much every few days, and they haven't been there for a while. And just I sent a runner only a couple of days ago, and they didn't turn back up. And yeah, just a little bit of concern. The lad's named Grint. He's not the like. You seen the Northgate guard?
Yes.
Yes.
The
Grint's at least more capable
delightful
than
young
him.
gentleman.
Grint's at least more capable than him, but I expected him to come back. So I expected him to come back yesterday, actually. So just a little bit of concern about what's going on. It's just a small tenant community, tenant farm community. It's only 3 farms up to the northwest, or really to the west.
So you think they've been abducted?
You never know with, like... I mean, the land itself, it's a little bit of like a... Well, let's just say...
So possibly dying of dehydration.
No. It's not that. I don't mean that. I mean, like, the place is called Manny's... Sorry. Mearns Landing, or Minnie's Landing. And there's only one descendant of Minnie left. So that might... I mean, we're kind of in the middle of a few tribal areas, but they've been there for 50 years. That's been part of our tribe for 50 years, and that's been settled part of our tribe for 50 years, but it kind of borders on a few other tribes. And also with the Lunas around, and who knows what's. So we're just trying to I'm just seeing if you can look in with them. It's only about 10 kilometers past the rest of the river. If you head out past the North Gate and it takes you to a room and just unfolds the map and shows you kind of where you are and where he's talking about. And I'll bring up a map for you.
Well, that would be
it's
great.
not that far. It won't be even a full day's walk for capable people like yourself. Let's bring that up. It's there. And show the players. There you go. So if you just if you leave Johnstown to the North Gate, you'll be able to catch a ferry just north of the city along the river, and then it's essentially you follow around the foothills, mostly go to the west, but north of Lance Table or Lance Table.
Okay, so we're just going out there to check on them, see what's going on?
Yeah, just check them, see what's going on. They haven't been to market for several, for a while now, and they haven't paid tribute, which is always
Possible that they were scared off by the head of the market. We ran into him, a very frightening gentleman.
I've always
that they're all dead.
I've always had good dealings with the head of the merchants. Okay.
Maybe we're
yeah.
thinking of different heads of the merchants.
What was your name? We can let them know that we spoke to you and you sent us specifically.
Brandgore Brisbane. Sorry, Bisonbane. Brandgore Bisonbane.
Brisbane.
I'm the steward for Lord Sarostip.
Okay.
Prince
Thank
Killer.
you.
That last name have any significance at all, or is that just something that you have? The Prince Killer part.
That's not him. He's not the Prince Killer.
No, that's not.
Is that a title, or is that his clan, or is that his tribe? What is that?
No, that's his title. That's his RuneQuest title.
Oh,
His Hero Quest title.
Yes.
Right.
Just like the what's the name? Star someone at the start of the book.
People keep saying
Lord.
Prince Killer at the end.
Not Star-Lord.
Like
There's
Rune
another one.
Painter.
Yeah.
Mm.
So the high ups in society, like the really big adventurers, the big heroes, will have a title, and to get the title is usually by a hero quest, and which is generally a really, really super dangerous thing which they have done, which is told about for generations. The current prince of the area I can't remember her title, but it's something about star, and so she actually has the ability to shoot stars from her, as in magical beings, magical force from her, as a power from the hero quest that she did.
I think that Nares probably gave themselves the title of rune painter.
Well, you are a rune painter.
I know,
That is your job.
but I'm just like, yep, that's now.
I think Mago is the one that gave him the title of the Fierce. Let's be honest here.
Yeah.
But I don't think that Mago gave himself that title. I think Nares was definitely just like, I'm gonna call myself whatever I want. No one can stop me.
I think that the name for Dazroom is just in chat. If you're watching the Twitch chat now, is very apt for them.
Smasher of honey.
That is my hero quest.
Yeah.
Right. So you said it was about a day's journey?
It's not even that. It's only about 10 miles.
What time? Where in the day is it? Isn't it still morning?
Still early
isn't
morning,
it?
yeah. We just had a trial.
Well, shall we
Okay.
go?
Early morning.
There's
We've
no
already
time.
accomplished so much today.
Yeah, made friends, caused trouble, made enemy.
Nothing.
Yeah. What was
I
the
do
name
that
of
every time.
What was the name of the merchant man? Old man? I think that was
Merchant man.
merchant man.
John Meir.
I am the
Meow.
merchant man. I come from
Um,
RuneQuest.
Kelly Starbrow. Yeah. Is the head of the lunar. Sorry, is the person. So Princess Sata, Kelly Starbrow is the person leading the armies, and Starbrow is her title. But she also has stars on as her runes. Yeah. We've got silence and quietness.
Sorry, I was just thinking. If I wanted to speak to John Meir, where would I go?
You'll need to go to his offices, but he's
Where
usually,
would those be located? We're fairly new in the city.
often you just need to find him in his in one of the markets.
All right, thank you. We'll note that for later.
So while that's still noted, meeting the law, that's actually the one. That's the big ball outside of his residence. I think we actually will leave it here, because just keep it quiet, unless you're going to cause more trouble.
Well, I need to brainstorm.
Yeah.
Like, I am not naturally a trouble causer, so.
Oh, really?
Del,
Well,
you and I will talk later.
We'll
I
keep
have
it-
Oh,
an
please.
interaction, but I might wait until we get back. You know,
Yeah.
let things simmer a little bit.
So
Yeah.
we'll keep them short. We'll probably be back next week with this as well. This is just our first experience in I was about to say HeroQuest in RuneQuest, Galanthian RPG, which is the new edition, which we have
Very
here.
nice.
Very nice. You can also get in a slipcase with all the bits and pieces. And we're playing the first book. Oh, sorry, the first book of the starter set. Or the first adventure of the starter set.
Yeah.
And Emi still needs to do her homework, which was the solo quest. In the background, I forgot to mention, by the way, Sirenscape's in the background for the audio, because Sirenscape does amazing audio. They really do. It hasn't been as high as normally. We did have it for the market, though. Shall we do our outros and do the bits and pieces? And
Sure, let's
everyone
do
is
it.
so quiet today.
Just
I'm very
thinking.
quiet.
The
Just
thing,
trying to figure out a new system.
Oh, I was just checking the weather app.
yeah, it is. It is a bit different if you're used to like a Dungeons and Dragons or Pathfinder with your D20 plus, or so your dice plus mod versus DC, etc. It's very different. If you're used to Call Cthulhu's VRP based system, which this is based off, it's actually quite familiar but has differences. It's picking out those differences which is the harder bit for there.
I think so far, I think that's mainly because we haven't done any combat or anything like that. It's not too hard to pick up.
Yeah.
The
Combat's a whole different thing.
Yeah, I imagine
Yeah.
combat's going to be something else entirely.
Combat is
soon-
what hurt me and
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Soon as we went into potential trolls, I brought up the strike sheet on my first screen.
Yeah.
So combat turn order is like your weapons and your actions amount to where you turn when you actually do your action.
yeah.
So one every move is an extra tick on the turn order. Then like your weapon size adds to things, and it's a whole thing. It's kind of old school, but that's kind of why I like it. But again, it's very different from anything from about 2000 on, which is like D&D 3rd edition.
I think it does have like the whole like system as a whole for some reason, like it has that sort of old school feeling to it. I can't really explain it.
Well, it is the Bronze Age, so
well-
old school does fit.
This is actually not. While this is the latest version, this is as far as I know, by the way. Just as a caveat, if I'm totally wrong, but from what I understand, this is the latest edition, but it's a remake of an early edition, where the system worked really well, and then they added a lot of the rune stuff on the side to make them more functional. I think I could be totally wrong. I haven't got like a whole background of playing all the different versions along the way. But that's what my understanding. RuneQuest is a very old system. One of the I don't believe an original, but really old IP. Like we're talking 1980s IP when it comes to role-playing games. So yeah, that's about it. Let's do outros. Troublemaker, you can start.
that's me.
Well, actually, I was wondering if Will or you were going to say who that was.
I'm not a troublemaker. I didn't
Will
do
is-
anything.
Will is taking this far more seriously than I am, or at least I'm taking it seriously. Will's character is far more
I think
serious than
Gazarim
mine
is a bit-
is.
Gazarim is a quite serious personage. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, he seems to be the causes problems on accident, as opposed to the causes problems on purpose. Anyway, hi everyone. I'm Del. Normally you can catch me here playing Lyriel on our Circus of the Broken Chain weeks, or Reservoir on our Saints and Sinners weeks. That's the only place you can find me. Don't find me elsewhere if you can. Pretend you don't. Have a great day, night, whatever time. Next person. Hi.
Will?
Oh, yes. Hey everybody, my name is Will. I play Dazarim Crescent Blade in this show. I play Ash the Fire Genasi, which I haven't played like in months, which is really sad. And also, I also play Jojaya Venrik in our circus game. So I hope everyone enjoyed the episode today. It's a brand new system. It's a lot of fun. And the problem with all these new systems is always like, man, this is kind of fun. I want to make a new character in the system and play it, and then it's always an
know.
issue. It's always
Yeah.
a problem. It's always like you just want to do more with the system, which is, well, which is how TTRPGs really work. The moment you start playing a system, you
just want to keep playing.
The one thing I want
end
to
up with 3, 4, 5 games a week.
the one thing I want to point out is this is the only role-playing starter set, and I've got a huge collection of starter sets, which you usually get maybe 4 or 5, max 6 character sheets. You actually get, and I'm pulling them all out now. You
We
get
got a lot to pick from.
14 of them, 14 character
They're hard.
sheets, and they're not just, so that's the blank one of course, but they're not just that, but you've got all the details, you've got the runes, and they fold out to the full fold out character sheet. So they're really, really nicely done, nice versions of character sheets.
Real fancy.
And you get a blank one too. So very, very fancies. So really impressed with this beginner box. with the star set.
You too can draw yourself a stick figure on a character sheet.
Em?
Hi, I'm Emi Rabbit, but you guys can call me Emi. And I've been playing Yanarith, Veneer's daughter, or Yanoith, or I've just been saying Yanarith because it's easier and it sounds better. Yan. But I normally play Leafy, the Lushy Druid, over on our Circus the Breaking Chain campaign. And I also play Ava, the Human Monk, in our Saints and Circus week. But you can, other than that, you can catch me over on twitch.tv/Emi_Rabbit, where I play Minecraft or The Sims or other things, just depending on what I feel like playing. Things have been a bit hectic, so I haven't really been streaming much, but yeah, things going there good. And you can also catch me on twitch.tv/GatheringOfNerds, where we play variety of games and like multiplayer stuff, and it's a big group of us doing a bunch of stuff together, so that's always a lot of fun. So yeah.
Okay. MLP?
Hello, I'm MrLiveProducer. I've been playing Margot the Fierce, son of Barossus, which was more of a straight man to the hectic stuff that Nerys was doing today.
I think we were all trying to rein it in.
Oh no, I was acting as the foil today.
If you ever truly are upset with me, please just tell me and I'll
No,
tell you
it's
back.
fine. It's great.
No.
We have no long-term connection with these characters, so whatever happens, happens, right?
Yeah.
Unless this is our new game.
Speaking about long-term
Which would be-
connection of characters, I also played Jake Blazing Fury for our Circus of the Broken Chain game, and also played Burlock Ungard, our Barbarian Ranger, in our Saints and Circus campaign. And you can also catch me on Tuesday mornings, Wednesday mornings for Call of Cthulhu, which I am the keeper on this channel. Or you can catch me at twitch.tv/MrLiveProducer, where I do VR content. And if you join the Discord, I also have direct links to some of the MMA combat sports events which I produce. There, I'm longer than Emi.
We need to shut these smaller, but okay, cool.
Oh,
We're good.
We are. That's just for shiggles today.
Yep. So, not doing anything tomorrow. We'll be back next week with more shows. It's nice to have like a full week of shows. It is great to be back. Thank you everyone for your support. Thank you everyone for doing your homework, Emi. I know you.
Perfect student.
You weren't well last week. It's good to actually see you actually better.
Yeah.
And the person who we're going to raid just went be right back.
Ah.
But we're going to raid them
no.
anyway, and there's a reason. I used to watch this person all the time doing their shows, and their shows got me into putting on shows here as well. So we're going to raid them, even though they're on a break. Hopefully it won't be a long break. They are doing Blades in the Dark, another really fun system where it's very freeform and it's very dark because you're playing criminals. So we're going to raid them, even though, as I said, they are on break. Our raid button is here. We come to share the love. Our hearts are warm and fresh, and we do have our credits roll, so we're going to raid after the credits. Thank you so much, everybody. Have a great day, and we'll be watching you later on YouTube. Bye.
Bye.